Hello everybody and welcome to Gene's Reviews. Reviews from a regular dude. Where I do trailer reactions, I react to YouTube videos, I review YouTube channels, occasionally I'll review a movie, but really, I just do whatever the hell I want. Hello everybody and welcome to Gene's Reviews. Reviews from a regular dude. Down in the basement. Today we've got one from Slapped Ham. From Slapped Ham. Must-see ghost videos that'll test your nerve. So let's hear what Callan has to say about this. Drink my strawberry kiwi punch out of a Diet Pepsi bottle.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some must-see ghost videos that may just test your nerve. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content, just like this. YouTuber Donnie Drunkard is certainly no stranger to the supernatural. We've featured several of his videos before, and in this clip has yet another petrifying encounter with a shadow entity that is said to be haunting his house. The video begins with text explaining that the shadow figure had just charged at the YouTuber in the hallway. He felt a hard slap across his face before retreating to the safety of his bedroom. There he lies on the bed while petting his dog. Even the dog seems uneasy, possibly aware of the otherworldly presence. The YouTuber soon sums up the courage to investigate the rest of his house. He opens the door and points the camera into the hallway where you can see a ceiling light swinging around slowly by itself. He walks towards the light, giving viewers a close-up before turning the camera down a set of stairs. Suddenly, there's a loud bang. The video then cuts to footage from a static camera that's been placed in the basement. Check out what he captured. As you can see, an ominous black figure flies out of the darkened passageway, disappearing over the top of the camera.
Could it be a moth?
While it's difficult to make out the shape in any great detail, if you slow the footage down, it becomes a little clearer. It looks like something wearing a dark sheet or robe. Viewers have suggested that Donnie Drunkard should seek out a priest to bless the house and hopefully force the entity to leave. Others think the situation could be even more serious and that this YouTuber should immediately look for somewhere else to live.
That's weird.
Hey peeps, just a quick interlude to let you know today's episode's sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is an epic dark fantasy battlefields have long been a hotspot for paranormal enthusiasts. After all, where better to catch a ghost on film than at the site of so much death? When Instagram user Tony Bruschi and his two daughters decided to explore an old schoolhouse located at the Prairie Grove Battlefield State Park in Arkansas, they may have managed to capture a glimpse into the world of the supernatural. During their visit, they decided to set up a camera within the crawl space underneath the schoolhouse. Take a look at the footage they captured. A few moments into the clip, two shadowy black shapes pass in front of the camera. The way the figures seem to glide certainly has some viewers wondering if they could actually be ghosts of former soldiers, still lingering around the battlefield.
Civil War was so bad.
Others are not so sure, however. They've suggested that the dark shapes could simply be shadows of people walking nearby, even though the uploader seems to imply that there was no one else in the area except for his daughters. So what do you think these amateur paranormal investigators have managed to capture on camera? Are they really ghosts, or is there another explanation behind this spooky footage? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
If there's any ghosts from like wars on battlefields and stuff, I think the Civil War would definitely be high up there, because it was such a bad war. I mean, it was the United States fighting the United States. It's crazy, you know?
Section below. With the increasing use of dash cams, it's little wonder that there's so much strange footage captured by these devices.
And also there was like parts of family living in the south and parts of family living in the north or east, and it was like brothers are fighting brothers and fathers are fighting sons. It's like, holy shit, you know? It was bad. Not that I was there.
Everything from ambiguous forms and figures to strange shadows and mysterious lights have been filmed. Often these strange sightings can be explained as wild animals, speeding cars or objects on the side of the road. However, this video uploaded to Instagram by Ghost Real Picture Huntu seems to leave little room for ambiguity. While there's very little information available about the footage, it's hard to deny what the camera appears to have captured. Take a look. As the car speeds along, a haggard woman in a white dress can be seen on top of the barrier divide.
I think that could have been put in afterwards.
She has a grey, ghostly face and long black hair. All two
the way that appears.
Of the supernatural entity known as the Lady in White. Like battlefields, road signs are another popular area for paranormal sightings, possibly due to lingering spirits from fatal accidents. Could this dash cam actually have captured the ghost of a woman who's died along this very stretch of road? Unfortunately, without further information, this video will have to remain a mystery, at least for the time being. CCTV cameras are usually used to keep an eye on valuable items and potential criminals. However, sometimes they manage to capture some very creepy things. This video was uploaded to Instagram by beyondtheshadows.pi and, according to the description, might have captured the ghost of a young child.
You need a better camera.
Unfortunately, just like the previous clip, there's very little information to go on. In the brief clip, we can see what looks to be a large workspace with a desk positioned in the middle of the room. Immediately to the left of the desk, a small dark figure seems to appear out of thin air. It walks past the desk and out of the view of the camera. If you slow the footage down, you can see that the figure also appears to be somewhat transparent. Most viewers agree that it does indeed look like the ghost of a small child.
It does,
and the figure's form seems to suggest so, with its translucent grey body and white head. However, given the poor video quality and lack of accompanying information, it makes it hard to know for certain just what we are seeing. So what do you think? We'll throw this one out to you, the viewer.
I think if it was better video quality, it never would have been uploaded. Because there's too many questions with the bad video quality on whether it's real or not.
For many, being alone in an empty building is creepy enough. But if bizarre sounds and disembodied voices can be heard, then the experience suddenly becomes spine-chilling. In this Instagram video uploaded by Paranoid Normal, the camera holder appears to have captured such an experience. As a strange moaning sound echoes down the hallway, he immediately seems on edge. Despite this, the cameraman decides to continue his investigation. He opens a door asking if there's anyone there, but gets no reply. The man asks again who's there.
Who's there?
What the camera manages to capture next will likely send chills down your spine. Take a listen. A low, raspy voice can be heard saying, "Help me." The man asks once more who's there.
Who's there? Where are you?
The voice returns. However, this time the words are harder to make out. The cameraman then turns in fear before the video suddenly ends.
Off.
While it's possible that the voice belonged to a person who was in genuine need of help, most viewers agree that it probably belonged to some sort of supernatural entity.
Off.
What would you do if you were in this situation? Would you continue your search for the source of the voice?
Yes.
Or would you run for safety? Let me know.
I'd continue my search for the source of the voice because, for one thing, how come they always have so much echo in them? Something to think about.
In the comment section below.
Because they're not real?
Off.
Could be, I don't know.
In this YouTube video uploaded by Matt Parsons, we see something very strange indeed. The video's description notes that the surveillance camera was set up on the property to catch drug deals that were taking place by the phone. In the footage, we see what appears to be a postman collecting mail from the box in the early hours of the morning. As he returns to the van, something mysterious can be seen in the background. Take a look.
Okay.
A dark shape suddenly appears on the opposite side of the road. It then looks as though it moves swiftly off down the street. While the footage is grainy and the figure is hard to make out in any great detail, it does possibly resemble a figure in a long dark cloak. The shape too appears to be transparent, and the speed at which it moves only adds to the mystery. Dark blurs such as this are often mistaken for ghosts, when in reality they're little more than small insects on the lens. In this instance, however, the figure seems to get smaller the further down the road it moves.
That's true.
This
That's a really
perspective
good point,
seems to
Callan.
indicate that the dark shape is actually in the distance and not on the lens. While this footage alone is not enough to definitively prove that the figure is indeed a ghost, it certainly does raise some interesting questions. Could this video really show a ghost making its way down the road in the dark of night?
That one could be real.
Instagram user Pen Paranormal took this creepy photo at historic Rock Ford in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. At first, the picture seems like many other happy holiday snaps. However, if you take a closer look at the bottom right-hand corner window, you might notice something out of the ordinary. Upon closer examination, there appears to be a ghostly white face looking towards the camera. It has large dark eyes and an open mouth that seems to be calling out in anguish.
Open mouth or mustache. I thought
While
it was
the
a
face
mustache.
could simply be explained away as a reflection, it's worth noting the building's history before making any judgment. The location where this picture was taken used to be a prominent plantation owned by Edward Hand, an adjutant general to George Washington during the American Revolutionary War. The huge Georgian-style brick mansion was constructed in the 1790s and remained more or less the same until the 1950s, when it was turned into a historical museum.
That's way cool.
With its 200-plus year history, the question certainly beckons. Could this eerie face belong to the spirit of someone who passed away at the residence? Before we take a look at some creepy CCTV footage, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos. Also, remember to lick that like button because it really helps us out. This brief yet spooky clip was uploaded to Hutchie_90's Instagram account. They claim to have been going to this site for over 3 years before they saw this creepy video captured on the property's CCTV camera. In the clip, we see a dimly lit hallway of what looks to be a commercial building. Suddenly, something very eerie is captured. Take a look. A ghostly figure appears from the darkness. It briefly moves around before disappearing into the wall.
You kind of made a little U-turn there.
Then the figure reappears, emerging from the wall and continuing back into the dark hallway.
That's it. Your wife.
While strange shapes that have been caught on camera can often be explained away as floating dust particles or a bug on the lens, this footage certainly seems to be different.
It does seem
The way
different.
the figure vanishes into the wall has many viewers scratching their heads. Naturally, several have suggested
As
that
far
it
as
could
it
be a
going
ghost.
back, that looked like an edit there. They could just be running the film back. Watch real
Be
close.
explained away as floating dust particles or a bug on the lens, this footage certainly seems to be
I'll
different.
point out the
The
edit.
way the figure vanishes into the wall has many viewers scratching their heads. Naturally, several
there.
have suggested that it could be a ghost. Could it really be some sort of supernatural entity, or is there another way to explain this mysterious video?
And then it edits again.
Now, if you want to see some more freaky ghost videos,
I really like Slap Ham. I think it's a good channel. Let me know what you thought of those. Now, how about a joke? Okay, this is kind of a long one, but I think it's kind of funny, so. A lady goes to the doctor and complains that her husband is losing interest in sex. The doctor gives her a pill, but warns her it's still experimental. He tells her to slip it into his mashed potatoes at dinner. So that night she does just that. About a week later, she's back at the doctor where she says, "Doc, the pill worked great. I put it in his potatoes like you said. It wasn't 5 minutes later that he jumped up, raked all the food and dishes on the floor, grabbed me, ripped my clothes off, and ravaged me right there on the table." The doctor says, "Whew, sorry, I didn't realize the pill was that strong. The foundation will be glad to pay you for any damages." She says, "Nah, that's okay. We're never going back to that restaurant anyway." Thank you, everybody. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hashtag Mean Gene, all that fun stuff. And if you like this video, tell all your friends, leave a comment down below. And if you didn't like it, then just shut up. And I will see you next time.